Hello students, today let us solve an illustration to pay the output liability using the input tax credit. In last class I had explained the rule 88A with an illustration. Now let us continue the same thing with this illustration. In this you can see the type of GST. They have given IGST, CGST and SGST. Output liability IGST 500 but input tax credit available is 2000. CGST output liability is 1000 to be paid. 150 input tax credit is available. SGST need to be paid is 1000 but input tax credit available is 150. Let us see how we can solve this problem. According to rule 88A, we have option for utilizing this input tax credit. Let us see the option 1 where how we can set off this unutilized IGST credit completely towards CGST. First we will utilize towards CGST. First IGST liability to be paid is 500. You can see 500 liability. Credit available is 2000. So 2000 I have entered. So out of 2000, 500 liability has been paid. So remaining 1500 credit of IGST is balance. So IGST you need not to pay in any cash. Next see, CGST liability is 1000 to be paid but credit available is 150. To pay this 1000 liability, first let us utilize the IGST credit available 1500. Out of this IGST credit balance 1500, we will pay the liability of CGST 1000 from IGST. So remaining 500, still we have a 500 IGST credit available and CGST credit 150 we are not utilized. So balance credit available of CGST is 150. Next, SGST liability to be paid is 1000. Credit available is 150. But we can utilize that 500 balance IGST. 500 balance IGST, I hope you can remember. Out of this 2000 input tax credit, we have utilized 500 to pay the IGST liability. Remaining 1500 we have utilized 1000 to pay the CGST liability and balance 500 we can utilize to set off SGST liability. So 500 we have paid from IGST. Remaining 500 liability is there. So this SGST 150 liability credit available that we can utilize to pay remaining amount. After paying 150 from SGST, 500 from IGST, still 350 liability remains, SGST remains. So this 350 has to be paid in cash. Remember here, even though we have 150 CGST, we are not going to utilize to set off SGST. Let us see the next option. This IGST remaining credit utilized only towards SGST. So IGST same thing, 500 liability is there, credit available is 2000, so 500 is set off. So remaining 1500 IGST credit is available which we are going to utilize for setting off the SGST because in previous option we have utilized to set off CGST. Now let us utilize this amount to set off towards SGST. CGST liability is 1000, credit available is 150. What we are going to do now, CGST, we are going to utilize only 500 from IGST because in this option we are going to utilize this IGST credit to set off SGST. So let me first complete that only. CGST later we will see. SGST liability to be paid is 1000 but credit available is 150 but we have IGST credit available 1500 out of which we can utilize to set off this SGST liability 1000. So still you have the SGST credit 150 balance. Now 500 remains. IGST credit available is 500, which can be utilized to set off this 1000 CGST. But still 500 more CGST liability remains, which can be set off by utilizing this 150 CGST credit available. Remaining 350 CGST has to be paid in cash. This is second option which you can utilize, input tax credit. Let us see the third option, how we can utilize this IGST credit available towards CGST as well as SGST in equal proportion. IGST liability to be paid is 500, but credit available is 2000. Once this 500 liability is set off, 1500 credit availability remains with us, which we are going to utilize to set off liability of CGST and SGST equal proportion. So CGST 1000 liability is there, SGST also 1000 liability to be paid is there. Both we have credit available 150 each. But balance credit available of IGST is 1500. When we divide equally, we can utilize 750 to set off CGST liability and 750 to set off SGST liability. Remaining 250 we can utilize CGST 150. So balance 100 need to be paid in cash. Whereas in case of SGST also similarly 750 is utilized from IGST credit available. Remaining 250, 150 from SGST credit available. So balance 100 to be paid in cash. So here it's very clear in this illustration we have used three options according to the rule given in section 88A. First, IGST amount has to be completely utilized to set off IGST liability. If it remains, then you can utilize that unutilized IGST credit amount to set off CGST or SGST liability in any of the manner. And taxpayer can utilize this IGST credit in any proportion and in any order. But the condition is that it should be completely utilized the IGST credit before using the CGST and SGST credit available.